doing?
Sorry?
What are you doing?
With my camera?
Yeah.
Curling.
You're what?
Curling.
Curling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else does one person do with cameras?
What are you doing a video for?
It's just
Why
an
are you doing a
independent
video of
story.
me?
Who are you?
Worker.
All right. Go back to
Myself?
work then.
Yeah, but that's illegal, right?
What's illegal?
I didn't give you consent to take a video of me.
Bet you can't cite me the law that says I can't.
What are you doing? You're just here people off? Like, I don't care about that, but you're zooming in on me and stuff. Like,
no worries, man. Nothing you got to be worried about. It's probably better off you don't know anyway.
that's interesting.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is where we expose the reality of police interactions and remind everyone why knowing your rights matters. Today's footage shows how quickly public officials try to intimidate citizens for doing something completely legal. Cameras don't create crime, ignorance does. Watch closely, because this encounter proves why exercising your rights calmly and confidently is the strongest defense you have.
Hello there.
Hello there, sir.
Tell us what you're possibly doing here.
I'm just doing an independent story, is all.
You're doing an independent story?
I'm an independent journalist doing a story.
Did you have some identification?
If I committed a crime, sir?
I'm just
Can you
asking.
take
if you
off
have
your
some-
mask while we're talking
No,
to
I'd
you?
rather not, if that's
You'd
okay.
rather not? Okay,
Yes.
well you cannot take pictures of the government building like that.
Where does it say that?
I'm telling you.
So-
if you're a journalist,
One at
you
a
have,
time.
you have journalist ID.
Where do they hand those out? I've never been able to find where they get them.
So you're not a journalist.
I'm an independent journalist. So I'm not allowed to, or you don't want me to?
Now, at this point, they decided to call the cops, and you will see why you should always regard the police to protect yourself from being incriminated and falsely accused.
I'm just taking some pictures.
Okay, so can you tell me what you're taking pictures of?
Anything my eyes can see, dear.
Okay, so we've had some complaints from the
It starts with a civilian recording in public when an employee confronts him, claiming consent is required. That's false. There is no expectation of privacy in public spaces. Instead of minding their own business, they escalate the situation emotionally. The filmer remains calm, explains his recording video, and refuses to accept made-up rules. This is a classic case of someone confusing discomfort with illegality.
correctional facility that you're taking pictures of the building.
Okay,
Okay, so that's a concern for us,
sure.
as well as a concern for anybody that's inside that building.
Of course.
It's a safety concern, right? So that's why we're trying to understand what you're doing that for,
Okay.
okay? Because that's not your right to do that.
I'm sorry?
That's not your right to do that.
It's not my right to photograph in public?
No, not a government building like that that's actually holding inmates because their safety is at risk and their privacy is at risk. That's why you're not allowed on the property, and that's why there's several things around the perimeter saying you're not allowed to be on the property.
Of course.
Anything else for sure, but not something like that. It's
So
quite,
what, if I may,
yes.
what you're telling me then is that there's some sort of
is
law...
there a reason that you
if
have your face covered right now?
if I may
That's the
finish?
Pardon me?
If I may finish,
No,
if I can talk now, is that okay with you?
Yes, I don't understand why you're filming me. You're welcome.
You don't need to
but-
understand.
Okay.
So what I was saying is that are you trying to tell me that there's some sort of law or something that would prohibit me legally from taking photographs or video of the correctional facility?
So what I'm saying is, people's privacy is being breached when you are taking photographs.
Police arrive and immediately begin questioning motives instead of identifying a crime. They falsely claim it's illegal to photograph a government building, especially a correctional facility. That's simply not true. No law is cited, because none exists. Instead, officers rely on vague safety concerns and privacy arguments, hoping the citizen will fold. He doesn't, and that's where the tension really begins.
Of them in the building because it's a safety concern. Do you understand that? So if somebody sees somebody or finds out where they are,
Sure.
it could put their safety at risk.
So it's not a law that
that's
I'm breaking
why-
or anything like that?
So basically, there's signs up that you're not to trespass on the property.
And I wasn't.
All right, and you're outside filming, so we don't really understand why you're doing something like that unless you're using it for something.
Okay.
So you're putting people's safety at risk. So that's why we asked you not to do it.
Okay.
And that's why the correctional
So-
officers came out and asked
Sure.
you not to do it.
If I may again, because a few minutes ago you said that it wasn't my right to do that.
Yeah, because you're breaching people's privacy and you're putting their safety at risk. So that's a concern for us.
So, but it's
There's a
not a
reason that-
law that I'm breaking,
So
though,
there's
correct?
a reason when people are transported and things like that, that, you know, their identity is secure, so their safety is not at risk, right?
Sure.
So it's a government building.
Yeah.
They've asked you to leave. They've asked you not to film and asked you not to take pictures. You've given them no reason why.
I've told them I gave them a reason, ma'am. Ma'am, I gave them a reason.
Okay, and what was your
I
reason?
told them that I'm an independent journalist doing a story.
Okay, so why would you not just go to
The filmer repeatedly asks the most important question: what law am I breaking? And notice how it's never answered. Officers talk over him, interrupt, and shift explanations mid-sentence. First it's not allowed, then it's safety, then it's privacy. None of those are crimes. This is a power play, designed to confuse, intimidate, and assert control without legal authority.
management? And why would you not ask them to maybe potentially do an interview or something like that so you can actually speak to management?
Because that's
about
not what I
your-
needed, ma'am.
Okay, so you needed to take pictures of the inmates in the building, or were you taking pictures of the building?
I'd rather not answer any more questions.
Well, that's a concern for us.
Okay. Am I
right?
being detained?
So were you actually taking pictures?
Am I being detained?
You're not being detained.
You have yourself
But
a grand
I am
day,
asking
okay,
you
ma'am?
not to return
Take care of
to the
yourself.
facility.
I'll go back to the facility anytime I like. I'll go back there right now.
All right?
You're not going to tell me what to do until I break the law. Do you understand?
So don't point your stick at
No,
me.
I'm
You're
not done
to
talking.
take Photographs of
I'm
the
not
inmates in the
speaking.
facility anymore.
I'm
It's a
not done
government
speaking.
building,
And I will
you're
do that
breaching
whenever I feel.
You're breaching their privacy.
And that's not a law I'm
Yes.
breaking, am I?
You are actually breaching their
What law?
privacy. You need to take photos of them inside of
What
their
law
building
am
where
I
they
breaking?
Can't go anywhere.
What law am I breaking?
Sir, don't return back. All
What
right?
law am I breaking?
Don't return back to the
I'll go there
facility
right
and take
now, ma'am.
photos.
There's nothing you can do
Okay,
to
if you
stop me
want to
from
do
going
that,
there.
if you want to do that, that's fine. I'll contact my sergeant, have him come down here, and we'll have a talk.
That's wonderful. I'll meet your sergeant at the prison. Take care.
Remember guys, always film the police, because as you know, they love to make up laws so that they can
When intimidation fails, threats begin. Officers tell him not to return, even though he's on public property. He pushes back firmly, reminding them they can't give unlawful orders. The phrase "don't come back" carries no legal weight without a crime or lawful trespass. The filmer stays composed, documents everything, and continues to assert his rights, exactly how these situations should be handled.
boss you around even if it violates civilians' rights. And remember that the cops don't protect the law or civilians. That's false. They always back themselves up. That's why filming the police is so important. It's the witness that never lies.
Hey guys.
Howdy.
I'm not with them. I'm just very interested.
That's okay.
Just as another concerned citizen, or good citizen, if you will.
Yeah, there's no issue with you filming here.
That's what I tried to
Into the-
inform her of.
Facility, we're just, they obviously don't want you stepping onto the
Of
ground.
course.
They've informed us that if you do step onto the property, then they do want us to arrest you.
I would expect nothing less.
So you're free to stand here and film
Thank
if
you.
you want. But
Wonderful.
we just don't want you going onto the property,
Not a
okay?
problem at all. And if you want to help her understand what my rights are and what I am allowed to do, because she told me it
May
wasn't
I
my
ask-
right to do
May
that.
I ask why you're
If I can
filming?
finish, she told me it wasn't my right to do this and that I wasn't allowed to go back, both of which are untrue.
So basically, they're voicing the same concern, safety of the inmate.
Then the tone changes. A different officer arrives and immediately clarifies the truth. Filming from public space is legal. The only restriction is entering the facility's property itself. Suddenly, the story shifts from illegal to "we just don't want you inside." That single correction exposes how wrong the first officer was, and how quickly misinformation collapses under basic legal knowledge.
But again, you told me I wasn't allowed to.
Yes, you're
That's not
allowed
fault.
to take pictures of people when they're in a secure facility because it breaches their safety. And
Is that a law, ma'am?
do you want to put people's safety at risk?
I said, is that breaking a law?
Are you trying to put people's
That's not
safety
what
at
I said.
risk?
I'd rather you didn't put stuff in my
the
mouth.
correctional staff is concerned about you having a covered face.
Yeah, it's cold.
And about the security of the
Sure.
inmates and their identity being secure.
I've asked you a few times if that's illegal and you haven't answered me yet. It's just a yes or no question.
It's a concern.
So it's not illegal then?
It's not illegal.
So it'd probably be better for you not to tell me I'm not allowed to do it
I
then.
asked you not to do
Well,
it.
you
because it's
told
a
me
concern.
I wasn't allowed to.
Okay, so anyhow, as we said, you step on the property.
Of course.
We have to reach across.
And of course, that's
Can I ask
should
why
be
you're
obvious.
filming?
I'd rather not say.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Wonderful.
Just wondering.
Thank you both.
Okay.
You have a grand day, ma'am.
You as well.
Try not to take anybody's rights away today.
The female officer continues talking over the citizen, refusing to answer yes or no questions about legality. Instead of correcting herself, she doubles down on vague concerns and emotional arguments. This is not law enforcement, It's ego enforcement. The filmer respectfully calls it out, pointing out that asking someone not to do something is very different than falsely claiming they're not allowed to do it. And that's the lesson, guys. This officer admitted no law was broken, yet still tried to assert dominance through misinformation. That's exactly why cameras matter. Recording protects the innocent, exposes dishonesty, and keeps the truth intact. Know your rights, stay calm, and never let authority replace the law. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and always record the police.